my name is Judy O, and I come from the community of second generation Korean Americans living in Koreatown. We are those individuals who were born here and have parents that immigrated to the US. Every year since 1974, Koreatown has been holding an official festival called Changto in the heart of Koreatown, where we share our traditions such as our dances, foods, and art throughout the parade. This parade is visited by thousands every year in order to introduce the Korean culture to those who are not yet familiar, and to also preserve the teachings and showcasing the traditions of our culture to the younger generations. Growing up, it was really hard to figure out my identity. Did I belong to the Korean community or the American community? However, I was fortunate to be able to grow up in Koreatown and being surrounded by my culture, which ignited my curiosity and contributed to the stabilization and realization of who I recognize myself as today. I am a proud second generation Korean American. It's not just in K-Town, but also in Miracle Mile. There is a dedicated Korean museum that was built just recently that teaches about our traditional clothings, such as hanbok, and how each gender and age would wear their hanbok differently. There were also displays of our culture's pottery, as well as creating a live version of how men's bedrooms differed from women's bedrooms, how different fans were to be used by each gender, and their classes that they belong to. This information was insightful in helping me to identify my traditions because it showed me how patriarchal Korea once was, but is now much more encouraging of an equal environment than back then. Koreatown is no stranger to historical events, and I believe the one characteristic that helped my community in reproduction and adaptation of historical processes was resilience. South Koreans living in South Korea and the ones who immigrated to the US came together to rebuild the community after heartbreaking events like the LA riots, for example. Our community has chosen to learn from that and instead promote and celebrate the infusion of multi-ethnicities with the inclusion of Korean culture. I recently learned that through the Hart-Celler Act of 1965, many Koreans had immigrated to the US, creating one of the largest Korean communities outside of South Korea in the world. Many Korean language schools as well as taekwondo dojos began to be built. Promotion of Korean culture through media such as K-dramas, movies, K-pop, beauty, fashion, and many more began to spread throughout the world. Korean food has been the biggest contributor in helping to spread Korean culture throughout the world. And there are also subtle hints of Korean culture everywhere, such as the Olympic Boulevard sign with Korean written on it. Not to mention our architecture, which has the Hanok-style roofing with the wooden frames, the tiled roofs, and underfloor heating system called ondors. There are also a Korean friendship bell, which symbolizes freedom and acknowledges friendship between South Korea and the US. One thing that I found really interesting was when we learned about the Olmec heads in ethnic studies. In Korean culture, we also have stone statues called Torharubang, which are known guardians to ward off evil spirits. And we also have something called a hete, a mythical creature that protects against any disasters and a warrior of justice. Bits of our culture is everywhere, especially in Los Angeles, and that's really important for me. It will help me to always connect back to my Korean roots, and I will always have a sense that I belong somewhere. This project made me realize how important storytelling truly is. Knowing the history of how Koreatown came to be is important because all of that connects the past, the present, and the future. It creates an understanding, incites curiosity, encourages preservation of tradition and culture, while also creating an opportunity for new ideas as well. Each person, every single person, makes up a part of my community.